the news and interviews you know and love. It's the Northwest's #1 racing podcast, the Shaun in the Dirt podcast. This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt.
All right, one of the biggest newsmakers of the offseason here in the Northwest, Levi Hillier, joins me right now. How you doing?
I'm doing good.
Getting ready for Deming opening night, huh? This is like old hat for you, isn't it?
No, I'm excited for this season at Deming. I feel like we should have a pretty good year. I mean, we put a really good package together over the offseason. I'm excited to see how we can get it going tonight.
So, I said you made some big news this year. Obviously, you're going to turn the big age, huh? Yeah. Coming up where you're going to be able to run a bigger car. And you've hooked up with Greene, it looks like, and you're going to run some 360. You already got a little bit of taste of 360 earlier, a few weeks ago. How'd that go?
It was good. I'm glad we got to go down there and get some laps. It was definitely like laps that I wouldn't have been able to get anytime. So it was just really good to go down there, and I can't thank Kevin and Barry and the Wing Down driving experience for letting me go down there and get some laps and get comfortable.
And how did this whole thing with you and the Greene team, Kevin, and how did all of that come together?
Yeah, so it's been in the works of it for a couple of years now, and then last year Kevin just came to me and just said, hey, when you're ready to get in the big car, let me know and we'll get that sorted out. And then, you know, Brett Anderson's been a big part of that, and there's just been a lot of people who have helped me get here, and I'm super excited for this season, and we'll see what we can do.
It's gonna be a lot of racing for you, huh? It's gonna be here on Friday nights as much as you can probably, and then there's probably not a lot of overlap, is there?
Yeah, no, I think it'll be definitely good seat time. We'll be here Friday and then unload the cars Saturday morning and load the sprint car and head up to Skagit. So, no, I think it'll be good. It's going to be busy for sure, but it should be a lot of fun.
I was talking to Justin. You're keeping them busy, aren't you?
Oh, yeah. So far, me, him, and my dad have built 4 cars this offseason. We're working on the 5th, the sprint car. So it's been a lot of fun. The shop's been good vibes all season, so it should be good.
I don't know if people realize it at your age how much you actually do know. I mean, you've got a great family. Like your dad is really knowledgeable here, probably helps you a lot. But you do know. I mean, how you're going to be? Let's just get it out of the air. You're going to be how old on what date?
I'll be 14 at the beginning of May.
Which obviously gives you the age to be in a 360 sprint car with insurance around here, as we all know. But your knowledge, you don't just get in a car. You don't just jump in this thing and run. Your dad has always made it that you have to work on the thing to be able to race the thing. Is that correct?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, ever since I was mostly when I just started getting into restricteds, he was like, hey, you're going to learn all this and it'll make you a better race car driver. So I'm definitely grateful for all that he's taught me. And I feel like it just improved my racing in general, just having the knowledge of what the car is doing and why it's doing it. So it's definitely a good thing, and I'm really thankful for him teaching me all this stuff.
All right. Who would you like to thank?
I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Greene Racing, CSI Shocks, Engler Machine and Tool, Bell Helmet, Farrell Frameworks, D. Young Inc., JB Hinchman, my crew guy Justin, Connor Nelson for coming out and helping us, Hillier Industries, the Walker family, Race Ready, and just everyone who makes this possible for me.
All right, well, good luck.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt. Hudson Johnson joins you right now. Congratulations.
Yeah, thank you.
How old are you?
Almost 9 years old.
9 years old, and how many wins here? You lose track?
Yeah.
But this is obviously opening night. It's big to get the win, right?
Yeah.
Do you still run quarter midgets, or are you done with that?
Yeah, I still
do quarter midgets, and you also run here, huh?
Yeah.
What's your favorite? Do you have a favorite, or you just like it all? Just race cars?
I like race cars.
You like race cars? And talk about your race. You had to battle there, huh?
Yeah, going longer down the straightaway was my line right there.
Yeah, and what's your goals going into this year? Do you and the family have goals going into this year?
Winning Clay Cup.
Winning Clay Cup, huh? So to get ready for that, what do you got to do?
Just practice a lot and
just keep practicing. All right. Well, who do you like to thank?
PMP Chassis, SRD Motors, and Pit Viper.
And who helps you?
Mom, Dad.
All right. Congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt. Avery Askvig joins you right now. Congratulations.
Thank you so much.
That was a big win, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy.
How many is this for you?
2 in restricted.
And but a few in the juniors, right?
Yeah, I had quite a few in juniors.
Yeah. So, but I think this might be the first time I've interviewed you. So, how old are you?
I'm 15 years old, turning 16.
Soon, right?
Yep.
Okay. And where do you go to high school or high school?
Yeah,
Middle school? High school. Yeah.
Cedar Roy High School.
Okay. And how long have you been racing at Deming Speedway total?
This is my 8th year racing.
8 years. And there's a couple of Askvigs, right?
Yeah, there's 3.
3 of them. And yeah, the youngest is now racing. Is that what I saw?
Yep, actually all 3 of us are going to be here pretty soon.
Really?
Yep.
Is that crazy or what? And you must be the oldest, right?
Yeah, I'm the oldest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Is that crazy?
Yeah, it
That
is.
all of them are racing?
Yeah, me and my sister, my middle sister, are going to be racing together in restricted pretty soon here.
Wow. Who's going to be better?
Me.
Talk about your race. You had to really battle there, huh?
Yeah, it was crazy. A lot happened. I was just trying to nail my line every lap. I knew the people that were behind me were pretty good too, and I knew they were fast, so I was just trying to hit my marks and keep it going.
Do you have plans to move up into like a bigger car? And
Yeah, I'm actually moving up to open either halfway through the season. I'm trying it out next week, and then I might move up and just say bye to restricted, or just next season I'll be in restricted or go to Skagit.
it's kind of a weird thing with the motors this year in open, isn't it? With the phase-in year, so it wouldn't be bad, I guess. Your family could kind of figure it out, and it might not be bad just to stay. You're pretty comfortable in where you're at, and you learn every week. And hey, if you're winning, right? That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's definitely always a learning experience, and I always learn a lot every single race. So I think open would be good for me. I could definitely learn a lot more with all the good drivers in that class because they're really good.
But I haven't seen 30 cars. And that was a lot of cars for opening night in a restricted.
Yeah, I feel like every class had a lot of cars tonight. It was fun.
Yeah, like 92 cars in the pits is pretty good for an opening night, especially when some places are struggling to get 30 cars for a whole night. So, who would you like to thank?
I would like to thank my mom, my dad, Jaden, all my sponsors, Speed Mart, Timber Espresso, Harry Badakian, Wing Down, Right Way, all of them. I know I'm forgetting a couple.
All right, well, congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt. Opening night here at Deming, and your winner, David Greene, in the 600 Open. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Talk about your win there. How'd your race go?
It went pretty good. We made a lot of changes working through the night, but qualifying kind of sucked, but we brought it back in the heat race.
How many years have you raced at Deming?
3 years.
And how many years in the Open?
This is technically my first full year.
And where are you from?
Graham, Washington.
So you make a little bit of a trip, huh?
Yeah.
And I recognize the So Good graphics from being down from the Grays Harbor area.
Yep.
So talk about why you come up to Deming.
It's the closest track, and it's probably the best racing around here.
And how old are you?
13.
13. And how many wins is this for you?
3.
3 wins. What's your goals for the year coming up here to Deming?
Just getting a few wins and working on getting better.
Because you got a little bit of time. Do you plan on getting into a bigger car then in the future? Is that kind of your plans?
Yeah, we just got a sprint car, so by the end of the year, I might be able to get in that.
Yeah, because with insurance and age and all that good stuff.
Yep.
Okay, who'd you like to thank?
Shoga Graphics, 10J, Mom and Dad, Nana, Papa, everyone that helps, Jonathan, everyone.
All right, well, good luck this year and congratulations.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, and you're in the dirt. Derek Holmwood joins me right now. Congratulations.
Thank you very much.
So, do you have to do much work on this thing in the off-season, or is it just get it out of the box and go at it?
There's a lot of work that goes into this thing. Fortunately, I have a group of guys that'll take care of it. George and my dad, Cal, Brittany, my mom, they're the ones that are the true backbone of this car. They get it put together, they get it running. I'm fortunate enough to show up and drive.
Talk about your night here. Another year. How many years is this at Deming? Do we count them Do we count them now?
I don't want to count them.
How many years is it?
I don't even want to count. Somebody can do the math.
I wouldn't even be able to tell you how many years it's been, but it's fun, right? It's still a blast to come out here every week, isn't it?
Oh, there's nothing better. I mean, I wouldn't choose to be anywhere else on a Friday night.
Talk about your night there. Hespy you had to get by him, and then he was going to be there, huh?
Yeah, well, I mean, we were pretty fortunate there. We were lined up third on the initial start, and then with Dakota having an unfortunate spin there, it put us on the outside front row, which definitely gave us the preferred line, gave us the advantage over Seth. And from there, it was just a matter of just putting the pedal down and steering it through the corners. I mean, it was a pretty hooked up track. It was technical. We had to get through lap traffic. That got a little hairy. Seth and I did get together that one time, and we talked, and we're both good, just a racing deal, and, fortunate enough to come out with a win.
So do you have goals? Obviously you're a veteran of this place. Do you have goals when you come into a season?
Absolutely. I mean, absolutely. Every year the goal is to win, obviously, but then you got to break it down beyond that. The goal is to get out there and have a good qualifying session, and go out there and have a good heat race and line yourself up for the main. And if you do have a bad dice roll, get your head out of it and get to driving.
Who would you like to thank?
I got to thank George Dean and George Dean Race Engines, my dad, my mom, Brittany, Cal and Tracy Hudson. They put a lot of money into this operation, and a lot of people put a lot of effort, and I wouldn't be here without them. I'm slaving away all week at the business, getting that going and keeping it running, and I just can't say enough for the people around me. I'm fortunate enough to come out and just get to hold a pretty wheel.
And now, what is the business? People might not know.
North Point Metalworks.
And what do you do?
Everything. Fabrication. We do a lot for construction companies. We do structural steel, aluminum, stainless. We've done a lot of Core 10 steel for more artistic purposes, fences, gates, you name it, we weld it, we build it.
All right. Well, congratulations tonight. We'll see you next week.
Thank you.
This is Shaun, you're in the dirt.